This is Ben from Kamon Knives, and you're listening to the High Carbon Podcast.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 2026. Feels like it was so long ago. All the holiday crap is done and over with. Pauli, you getting back to work?
Yes, I forgot that I wanted to do the intro. Sorry.
It's been so long.
Yes, it's been a full year. Yeah, I'm back in the shop doing shit. It's so hard. At least for me to, after a couple, 3 to 4 days off, getting back in it.
Mm-hmm.
I never thought that it will be hard. And by the way, we have Benjamin motherfucking Kamon on the show. Say hi, Ben. Okay, now you can laugh at me properly, when I say something.
Yeah, I will.
Definitely, yeah. Foreshadowing. Yeah, it's so hard. I don't know. I just feel like I don't know where to start. And of course, there are a million things that I want to do. And it's just hard to find the same tempo. But I'm getting there.
Did you say
fine.
after
It's
3
cool.
to 4 days, take a 3-week vacation and see what happens, motherfucker?
I wonder. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it would be easier just because for the 3 to something days, it is still very on my mind. Like, so a lot that I know every specific detail that needs to be done. And while these days are passing, I'm still adding more shit to my checklist in my mind. Yeah, and new orders that are coming in. That okay, I have to do this, you have to do that. And there are, I guess, way too many choices. And when I was working a full-time job, the best vacation that you can take is actually 2 weeks, because you kind of really disconnect, from the regular job. So I wonder how it would fare when I am self-employed, but I have no idea.
I think you never really disconnect. I go to visit my parents in the U.S. For 3 weeks in July every year, and those 3 weeks I'm like, I still get up early like normal. Then I'm on the phone and I'm like searching for material or going through the website, seeing what the stock looks like, what do I need to reorder, like placing orders and shit while I'm over there. And yeah, you're always thinking about like when you get back, what stuff you got to do or what's important to start off with, like getting more stuff, hammers made or file guides or whatever you need to get like the stock back up again.
Yeah.
I think that's like that for everybody who's self-employed.
Things like that a little bit, but I wonder, because Pauli referred to coming back, right? Like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And after 3 weeks, sometimes I wonder if I'm still able to make knives. It's like,
come on,
you forget so much. I mean, you get back into it very quickly, but on the end of the 3 weeks, I'm sometimes wondering.
I guess this is the time when your recipes help you the most,
that's
right?
True.
Yeah, 3 weeks is a lot.
Yeah, no, but I enjoy it. In the summertime, I take 3 weeks, and winter usually 2.
So you are now for 3 weeks on vacation?
2. But there are a lot of,
2 weeks.
how do you call them, mandatory holidays or national holidays in Austria. So I don't know what it effectively is that I have taken off. But in self-employment, it doesn't count anyways. But for my wife, it counts.
Right.
She didn't have to take so many days off in the wintertime because there are so many holidays.
Tomorrow's another holiday.
What is it?
Something to do with the Three Kings.
Well, fuck that.
So you have like a day off for Three Kings?
Yeah, for sure. Austria. I've once read that Austria has. I don't know if it was worldwide or just Europe or EU, but one of the most mandatory or official national holidays.
Yeah, it's pretty high up on the list.
Like in general.
I want to say it's like top in the top 10 or something, maybe even top 5.
Yeah, we have a lot of holidays here.
Americans would call you lazy, but actually this is
fuck that.
The way of life. Having some vacation time off work.
Of course, we're not fucking slaves.
Exactly. I totally agree with you. This is such a, yeah, I'm right. Yeah.
Yeah. For once. I said it on the record.
On the record. Yeah. You heard it here first. 2026 is starting strong.
2026, Paul is right for the first time.
For almost a year on the podcast. On air. By none other, by the Benjamin. Come on. And now I have to break Albert next, and I'll be
break.
set.
Break sounds a little harsh, but yeah.
Hey, sorry, it's not my first language, It's like psychological terror. I don't know.
That doesn't sound bad, but yeah. Oh, perfect.
Yeah. He will just get fed up with my nonsense and say, yeah, sure. You're right. Yeah, it's done.
Oh.
Yeah. So, Keith, how was your vacay or work days or whatever the last week?
Yeah, I'm still kind of on it. My parents are still here. They go home in a week, so next Sunday. But I'm still doing like stuff early in the morning, and then before I go to bed, get to the shop a few times, getting orders putting out. But definitely not putting in as much time as I have been. I don't know, just kind of tying up loose ends and stuff. I think we got the charity project for us all tied together. We got the makers list and the website pretty much finished. And we're going to be sending out the emails to all the knife makers who agreed to make knives for us, so they get all the details. And I think we got until October, so just under 9 months.
Gonna be tight.
Yeah, it'll be all right. Yeah, but like 90% of those guys will wait till like 3 weeks before and start making. It's just how it goes.
Yeah. It doesn't matter how. You should push the actual deadline, a little bit way back, and just. Oh no! I remember some people were unhappy because there was some deadline extension, but I don't think it was with your charity. Maybe some other project. I don't remember correctly, but who wants to deal with that? Just guys. Just deliver on time at least. It doesn't matter.
They will. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, talking about lists, I want to say congratulations everybody who made into the next round of Knife Show Austria confirmations. I've seen some nice names to see again this year and some new names. Lawrence, speaking about you, congratulations, my man. It will be nice to see you on the show as an exhibitor.
Lawrence who? Tell us about him.
Yeah.
Lawrence Schultz, he does kitchen knives, and he was as a visitor last year. I think I saw some pictures of his early work, and I must say he has progressed a shit ton. From the last Knife Show Austria, he progressed a ton. So I don't remember his Instagram. I could check it, but just look for Lawrence Schultz. And I guess because most of the listeners are from German-speaking countries and Austrian-speaking countries, they will easily find him on there. Maybe Schultz Knives, maybe something like that. But yeah, a young maker that is up and coming.
I'm sure you can find him on the website also for the Knife Show Austria if you just made it through, or very soon.
Yeah.
Are most listeners actually German-speaking of this podcast?
Actually, we're about 44% of our listeners from the U.S.
Okay, perfect.
On the last episode, at least,
because it would be very contradictory if we would speak English and the majority would speak German, including Pauli.
Oh no! You want to say so many listeners are from US, and I just made fun of US and being slaves, wage slave. Oh no! I thought the percent was way lower.
Whoa. Oh, did it again.
I'm so sorry, guys. USA.
He's not sorry, guys. He's not. Don't believe him.
Nah.
I know him.
You think you know me?
Oh. How old are your parents, Keith?
Old. Well, they're having their 60th wedding anniversary this year, and they got married. My mom was 16. I think my dad was 18 when they got married, something like that. So.
Wow. Okay. So they are in pension and they have, spare time. But are they fit bodily, like physically?
Yeah, they're both still able to get around and do stuff that they want to do. So
that's very nice. Cool.
I heard that Keith's dad is listening to this podcast, so I don't think that he's mentally okay.
Okay, yeah. But hello, none of us are.
Yeah, and apparently my brother Chris was listening to it too, because I got a t-shirt request. He wanted a High Carbon Podcast t-shirt to bring home. So
now that's interesting. I didn't know you have a brother. How many siblings do you have?
I have two older brothers.
Older brothers. So you have been the one who was slapped around all day long.
Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect.
That's the one.
Fuck.
Their parents love him. Oh, the poster child.
Oh yeah, that's
The
true.
baby.
Maybe.
They are beating me up. Oh, don't beat small Keithy. He's the golden child.
Oh.
But do you know what my parents love even more than me, Paulius?
Kills.
That was a perfect transition.
That is such a good callback to the previous episode. This show is sponsored by MiniHell.eu. I was so unprepared. MiniHell.eu. Guys, they make great kills. Thank you, Baltazar, for sponsoring the show. Guys, knife makers, those who work with ceramics or whatever. If you want a kiln, go to minihell.eu and they have the greatest kilns for the best price you can get here in Europe. And if you don't find a size that fits your needs, or you might want something smaller or something bigger, just write to Baltazar in his contacts, in his email, and he can make something custom for you. Something really big, something maybe super weird, something that opens from the top, that is vertical, that is even more horizontal than the normal things that he is making. And also at the checkout, please use Carbon5 as a discount code. You will save 5%, and that is not nothing. That is something that we are providing for you. And while you are still there, you can check out the heat treatment foil. I just got a big full roll from Baltazar, and it is, I don't know, it's just foil. It works. It's great. And he has racks for batch hardening. So minihell.eu. Thank you for sponsoring the show. And now, back to the show.
Well, you guys can already tell that we're missing Albert here tonight. So
The brain of the show.
It's getting a little crazy out of here already. Maybe we should try and pull this back in and make something out of the episode.
Hey,
but I don't know really what to talk about.
I have a plan.
Too much vacation time.
No, I have a plan. We never finished the radio tease we did when I said that Pauli was in Pripyat in Chernobyl, and I thought maybe he can tell that story.
I can.
I mean,
tell a little bit about that. It's not that spectacular, but I can.
I don't know anyone who was there, so I find it pretty spectacular.
So, in the event of the explosion, my mother was there, and I was born.
That explains a lot.
So, but I look very young, but I'm very old. I'm like 60 years old or even more. But actually, I will try and be brief because the last episode was very heavy on, me yapping, and I want to give you guys some chance to talk. But there was a guy, there is still a guy, of course. He's called like Scout of the Past. He's doing basically taking on groups of people and going to abandoned places. Mm-hmm. He was also organizing a trip to North Korea, a trip to the abandoned Russian space shuttle place.
Nice.
Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah,
and he has a lot of videos about that. And he was constantly organizing these trips to Chernobyl. And it is basically, I signed up. It wasn't that expensive, a few €100. And we get like 3 small minibuses that we drive ourselves through the night with changing, the drivers. And he has this walkie-talkie radio, and he can speak with all of us. He's playing music from the main, minivan. So it was pretty interesting. At least he's keeping the spirits high in the in the middle of the night, playing some Rammstein, something like that.
Of course.
Yeah, and he's such a dude. He's now going to the front to the Ukraine. He likes danger. He likes danger a lot.
As a journalist, or like as a tour, or to fight?
He brings support, and he goes to the almost very close to the front lines. He's filming. I don't know if he's an actual journalist, but he got a license for military drones there, and he's working with the military itself a little bit. So he's very knowledgeable about the military aspect in this regard, and he has a past of military service. Okay. So a cool dude.
But going there just for fun is a bit insane, maybe.
He loves it.
God.
He's a cool dude, but he's also very high. He's very big. He's tall, right? He's like 2 meters.
Bigger
something.
target.
He's a huge target. Yeah, you can see his head in the bunker.
Sticking out of the minivan.
In the trenches, he can't even cover himself.
No.
Always ass sticking out.
Yeah. So, but at least he survived until now. It's fine. So, I signed up for that one, and we just raw dog it. We just rode there throughout the night.
Okay.
Poland looked like it was an unending country of the same road. We just driving and driving and driving and driving and driving. It was so boring. But when you cross the border, where it's like, then before the war, it was of course a whole process still to go through the border to get all of the documents checked, to check the vans if we don't bring anything illegal, yada yada yada.
That's also interesting to me. So from the EU side to Ukraine, they check you heavily?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. At least then they were heavily checking. It wasn't as easy, and I guess if you are going with your own transport, with your own car, it is way easier. But these are not leases, but they are like rented cars that are on one person, and they are bringing a lot of people, like a group of 20 to 25 people. So it's like financial, economical activity. It's a little bit different than just tourism, I guess, in the paperwork.
Okay.
So it was a lot of checking. We spent like 40 minutes to 1 hour and a half. I don't remember correctly. It was like a few years ago, but it was for some time. And we drove there, and we were still driving. No sleep. Maybe someone is sleeping in the back of the van, but the driver is just changing after like 6 hours of driving, something like that. And what we did, we visited the Duga antenna, the big antenna radar. It was still possible then to climb it, and it's in real life, it's huge. It's so enormous when you are standing next to it, and yet it is very small, I would say, because it is not a solid structure, because it's just an antenna, so it's a weird feeling. And I climbed only up to like a first or the second floor of it, and it was all shaky, man. It was all shaky there. Yeah, it was all like old steel ladders that you are climbing, and the ladder like steps are super narrow, round bar. And he said that he actually climbed it up to the top, and he had some photos. He showed the photos, and he said you need to bring at least one set of gloves or 2 sets of gloves, because they wear so quickly
because it's so
while
sharp.
you are climbing. Yes. And your hands start to hurt so quickly. Your legs give out. And he said that climbing down is even worse because you are so tired. So, I just climbed.
Do you climb it through ladders or just randomly through the structure?
Ladders.
Oh, okay.
Then the ladders were reachable.
Yeah.
And of course, there are all the posts with the radioactivity signs there. And we have like a few dosimeters there to see how many microsieverts of radiation it is emitting, but it's not that bad.
But how did you get in there in the first place? Do you have to book that? Isn't it illegal to enter, or did you enter it illegally? There are checkpoints, right? In the Chernobyl area, separately to the borderline.
After 10 years, I could admit that we did it illegally, but now I cannot. So this is not what happened.
I fully understand.
So we drove
allegedly.
We drove through the checkpoints, but because he is going so much to Ukraine, and even in the past because he's doing this constantly, and there are many other places to visit in Ukraine, like abandoned missile silos and things like that. He knows some people, Where he knows some people, so.
How is his English? I mean, get that dude on. He sounds amazing.
It's pretty good. I don't know if he would like to go here, but maybe. It's very good, and his Ukrainian is even better. So,
Yeah, okay.
So we went there. There were no alarms, no nothing. It was, good. We went and looked at it, and it's like very monumental. It's surreal what you are seeing there, It's, you can watch videos, you can watch any TV series or movies, but it not one bit does not translate to what I've seen there. Then we went and visited. We went to the junkyard where they keep all of the machinery that was used to excavate, all of the fire trucks, everything that is old and super radioactive.
Fuel rods. Uranium fuel rods.
I will come to that.
I will nice.
Come to that.
Pauli will end up with leukemia.
But we went to the junkyard and it was locked, and there is a guard post there, And he said we all went to the gate, and he looked around and he said, just try and climb it. Let's go in there. So some of the guys from our group started climbing, and then like 3 or 4 German shepherds came in, barking at us. And then an old man came from the guard post, and he started yelling. And our guy, he looks at that and he says, I don't know him. Let's run. So we ran away. We did not go into the actual junkyard, but we visited some towns that are close, and they have marked places with super high radioactivity where there are very radioactive particles, and I'm talking like a grain of sand size particles, which are super hard to see, but they put some objects near it. If you put the dosimeter near it, oh bro, it's off the charts still. And yeah, and it was so cool, to visit and see those places. Also, we saw some unique fire engines and old combines that are still pretty radioactive. He said that in total, all of our exposure during this trip should be similar to a longish, like US, EU kind of flight. Because you are also exposed to a lot of radiation during those high altitude flights. And I think after that we went to the Red Forest, where it's basically a red forest which was exposed to a shit ton of radiation, and everything is very radioactive still there. And I think I saw wild horses and a shit ton of dogs. Just wild dogs. So many dogs, you cannot even imagine. It's crazy amount of dogs. It's like 20, 30 dogs in a pack, and you are driving like a few packs there, a few packs there. It was insane.
Would they pose a danger
we visited
to you guys?
Nah. Maybe they are radioactive.
But I'm thinking about like wolves attacking you for food or something like that.
These are kind of doggy dogs, but they are nobody's dogs.
I just wondered because they can't be very used to humans, right? So
they are used to humans, but they are no ones. So
Okay.
When we went to the town, we went to a very small shop, which looked like something from the middle of communist Russia. It looks like, the good, not the good, but the old times, which was similar here in Lithuania with these super old shops where you can, you don't pick up anything, but they give everything to you, and super old style products. And they were, of course, very happy to see us because, we are money back to them, at least in that place, because tourists. And there were a lot of dogs inside the towns too, but they are like, just walking around. They come, smell you, and just walk away. Or maybe they look at you with their sad eyes, and they're like, give me the end of your kielbasa, give me the end of your sausage. Please.
Did you give him the end of your sausage, Pauli?
No. I don't really like dogs. I'm not a dog person. I'm like, a little bit.
I think that's like what the local people use. If the dog goes over there, or wherever the dogs go, you can go. Something like that. Like they know where the safe spots are and shit like that.
You think they feel radiation?
Makes sense.
No, it would probably be learned over the years, I guess. When half the pack dies after they went somewhere, they don't go back to it.
Possibly. Rats do that. They let the young eat first, and if it's poisonous, they won't eat it, which I found very interesting behavior.
That is interesting.
That's why you have to, just off topic, but that's why you have to make rat poisoning in a way that the rat dies later on. Because if the rat dies
Slowly.
quickly, the pack won't eat it.
Whoa, This is some interesting information
They
in
are
this podcast.
super smart.
This is actual straight up
rats
facts.
are super smart.
Yeah.
They are like small dogs, but they only live 2 years, so it's very. We had pet rats when I was a kid, and as a grown up, I think if I get pets for my boys, then it's more. It sounds cold, but it's more practical. You know, a cat or a dog lives 15 years plus minus, and a rat is gone after 2 to 3. You get attached to them, but they are smaller and they are very smart. That's what I'm saying. Smart. They listen to the name. They're like little dogs. They're very interesting animals.
Did you have those rats as pets voluntarily, or it was like kind of housing situation?
Motherfucker, we live in Austria, not Lithuania. What are you saying?
I just wanted to double check, man.
You needed that fire, huh?
Yeah, but it makes so sense, for them to let the younglings take the poison because they live just 2 years. It's a quick cycle.
Yeah.
Quick cycle. We can pop in another one. It's fine. It's disposable. It's like
fine. It's fine.
It's like what the Russians are using, at the front. They're like, we'll get more. You just people do it, do your thing. Yeah. So where was I? Oh yeah. So after the shop we went to Pripyat itself. Oh, and also about the small particles. Because they are so small, he said the biggest danger is that they can stick onto your clothes. Of course, the worst would be if you would inhale it or, just accidentally eat it. You would then, most definitely die. And he said, you better throw out your clothes when you come back. Just to be
Very
safe.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
burn
about
'em.
those fucking rental cars and the poor person who gets it next. Glowing in the dark after you guys.
Yeah, it's not my problem now.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So we went to Pripyat. We saw like the Ferris wheel, all of the attractions that are there, the small electric cars that are abandoned. And we went into some buildings. Oh, it was so cool, to visiting these old abandoned buildings, like old schools, old pools, like swimming pools that are indoors. We went into an apartment building and we went through some rooms and we went onto the top of it, onto the roof to see a bigger, picture of the town. And it was surreal because it looks so similar to what you can see in the game Stalker, which is basically a very accurate copy of the town itself. And I played it quite a bit, and it's just like, some stuff there. And it's like, I know. The arrangement of the buildings is crazy. It's very interesting. And he also, I don't remember them correctly, but I think we went to some place where they threw away the firemen's clothes that were used when extinguishing the fire, and they were super radioactive. So we only watched through the door, and of course through the door and it's a huge pile of super old clothes, and he put in the dosimeter and it was going off crazy, and like all chattery rattery, and you can see it's like a few hundred times more than it was before, than it is outside. And I think then we yikes, man. Yeah. Then we continued to go to the reactor itself.
Oh.
And when going to the reactor, you can go, let me think. We visited 2 places while going there. One is like these big, what they use, like the industrial thick and short chimneys that you use for evaporation. So we went under one of those, and there were a lot of graffitis there, and it is so fun because the echo is insane. Yeah, so we saw that. We went to a river and saw some insanely huge, how do you call the fish that has the mustache? The big fish.
Catfish.
Catfish, yeah.
Or whales,
Yeah.
3 eyes, right?
Bro, no eyes.
No
but there
eyes.
was, I don't know, it was big mustache, like short mustache between the lips and the nose. But it was great.
I think they call that a trollski, I think.
Trolls. And they were so huge, and I'm not talking like huge, but they were insanely big. And while we were standing on a bridge, you can see them in a river, and they're like bigger than I am, and it's a little bit hard to judge because of the height, but they looked insanely big. And he said that nobody is actually actively fishing them because they could be contaminated, because they eat like what is in the bottom of the
off
river.
The bottom,
yeah, and there is a high chance of contamination because it just sinks down. And then we went to, like, there is a water, not like a water container, but like a, I don't know, maybe an artificial lake or something like that was used to cool down the reactors or something like that. I'm just guessing now because I remember the pictures that I looked from the, like, Google Maps. It was a while ago, but they have like these huge ass cranes near the water. I don't have no idea what they used it for, but we climbed those. They were full of bird shit, but it was so cool. It was so cool to climb. And he told one of the guys, it's like, yeah, nobody dares to climb this, because it's way too hard and it's pretty dangerous, and there is a lot of bird shit. And 3 of the guys said, yeah, fuck it. Fuck it, we are going there. And they were almost at the top, and our guide looks at them and he says, fuck, they are doing it actually. I need to do it too. I cannot be weaker. And he went on top also. And he came back all covered in bird shit. Yeah, that's disgusting. Yeah, but the view was pretty good. I only climbed up until the actual cabin of the operator, but the view was pretty sick. I have a few pictures from there. And after that, we went to the reactor itself, saw the sarcophagus.
Yeah,
the old monument,
right? Not the new one.
The new one. The new one is like a big hangar.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it looked like this one. They built something new, I guess, on top of it.
Yeah, they made it tight, like no sunlight coming through the roof.
And I took a picture near the monument holding a dosimeter. I think it's on my personal Instagram account somewhere there. But the radiation is not as terrible. It's, not something out of the ordinary there. But it's so surreal, to just be in front of it.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
Did you... did you find in the buildings? I mean, I'm going back a few minutes, but did you find anything interesting, or is it all how do you say it, looted out? Like, are there still things that you could take that are interesting, or just shittling around?
The most interesting things, in my opinion, that you could find there are all documents.
Okay. But like apartment buildings, there are a lot of apartment buildings. Are there still doors that are closed to apartments that you could open, or is it all just scavenged out?
Everything is open, bro. Everything is open. It's been such a long time. Everything of value is not there anymore.
Okay.
Like, maybe the most value you could find is like a bigger piece of steel that you could, just turn it in. But you wouldn't. You would find old clothes, maybe a doll without a head, or maybe a doll's head, but that's about it. And everything is like extremely dusty and probably contaminated in some way. So, Oh, and I totally forgot that we went to a warehouse, a big complex of warehouses. And in one of those warehouses, he had a graphite end cap that was used for the fuel itself. To cover it, but it was not used in operation. It was because it was an explosion, so everything shattered there. Only pieces of graphite that are super radioactive can be found. But it was something that was like a spare one. And there was an interesting thing that happened that is connected to him. Is somebody found out that not the same, but another graphite end cap is being sold on eBay. And everybody was sending a link to him, and he even commented like in news articles that no, it's not me. Yeah. So and he also got a nickname, the Radiation Duke. So it's pretty cool. And everything is happening like it is a new day. We also visited like the first day we drove,
Yeah.
and we drove through the night, and it's from early morning we are spending in Ukraine, and it was getting a little late. So he wanted to show us more places, you know. So he brought us to a local town, and oh boy, the small villages, they look, now it would be like 60 years in the past, you know, like
Oh, very.
they are not nice. They are not nice. But we went to his contact, and how to put it nicely, they sold us many water bottles that are refilled with something that is also transparent, and it was around like between 30 and 40 liters of it, you know. So yeah, we bought some fun juice, fun liquid, you know.
Some moonshine.
Yeah, some moonshine, and it was super cheap. It was insanely cheap for everything. We paid like 20 or 30 euros. I don't know, but it was crazy.
You're very lucky that you can still see.
I did not drink it. I did not buy it. I was not into very drinking, you know, then. But the interesting part will come, you know. We still have to go back, right? So, it was getting a little late, and we went to search for a bigger place to stop our vans so we can just sleep a little bit, because everybody's just beat, you know. It's all excitement, all danger, running through the buildings and etc. And we came to another town, and there was going a kind of discotheque, something like that, you know, a party, something like people gather, and we went past it and a little bit further, and there was like a big parking spot. We parked there, and some interesting guys come to us, and they started, and I have no idea what they are saying. It seems like he is speaking Ukrainian. I не понимаю по-русски. I don't know like a lot of Russian. I only know the swear words. So I'm like, this is, maybe they are very excited, or maybe they are very angry, you know. And I see his eyes pop up, and he's like, we need to go now. We need to go now. So we drove for another like 15 kilometers to another spot, and we just slept for like 3 hours until we could continue our journey.
But how did he know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what did they say? Did he tell you?
He told maybe somebody else, but I was too tired. I was just like, oh, fuck it.
Okay.
I don't care.
So those guys were about to traffic your ass to Russia or something like that?
Maybe. Yeah. Maybe they, you know, it was like 5 a.m. then. It's like pretty late, you know, and it was a little bit light already, and they looked tipsy, you know. They looked tipsy, so they might just want to, you know, have a fight or something like that. Yeah, high testosterone guys want to do something. So we drove to the next spot. We slept. I slept. I have no idea. Just under an hour, something. It's terrible sleep. And we drove back, and then we have to go through the border patrol again. And we have all of this moonshine. And it took way longer this time. And it seems like he was a little bit nervous about that. You know, he's like, it should be fine. It should be fine. No. It will be fine. And it was fine. He said, it's fine. It's in the water bottles. They will think it's water. It's fine. We'll go through. So nobody was stopped. Just a shit ton of waiting, and the people with our documents, they kept running from one side to the other side. And then we had to drive through the Poland again for many hours and came back. And I'm alive.
Nice. Yeah, sounds like an interesting story. Sorry, Keith.
No, they must know at Border Patrol what that is. I'm sure everybody comes through. Like why do people come through with so many water bottles when they go home?
No, it's fine. It's 100% that they know. And
they just don't want to touch anything.
Yeah. And I watched, I guess you guys know the TV show Chernobyl.
Yes. Great one.
Yeah. Like a lot of people recommended me to watch, and just like a few months, I actually did it. And yeah, I have so many gripes with that TV show. I'm like, nah. I think as a person who knows a little bit or felt just a tiny bit of the Soviet occupation, or at least the things that they left behind, it is zero accuracy. In some places, it is zero accuracy. A good place to mention would be when they visit the coal miners and where they all smear the high officer or talk back.
Oh, that would be instant
like,
death.
why should we go there? Why we should go there? It's like, it's not like this, like it's not like it happened like that. And I spoke with my parents, because they more deeply understand like the thinking process of normal people back then, and they said it was very usual for you to be brought somewhere where you don't know where you are going and not to ask questions. And it could be like from working in a, how to translate it, collectivized farm, because all of the students needed to do farm work in the summer, and they were all brought with buses just, to pick the fields and stuff like that are the property of the government. So they said it's total bullshit. And of course, the end speech that he gives, it's totally fake. And I had some gripes with the Belarusian woman that was created, but it's, I guess it is too westernized for my taste. But
I was going to say, I mean, maybe it was westernized a bit, and to my, how do you say it? It looked not good for the Russians, or not good for a communist regime. So I mean, you're more sensitized to that stuff and maybe have a better insight on how it really would have been. But I'm saying it wasn't looking nice to me. So in that sense, it was kind of accurate. It was giving off the correct vibes to my westernized eyes.
100%. It is for, it's meant for a broader audience. So it's fine. It's fine. It's just my personal
like technically
touch.
I found it interesting, and technically pretty interesting. I mean, I've read a lot about Chernobyl and what happened, and I don't know that I've ever seen those firemen, depicted like that, and those harsh conditions and all that, and that I found good. And it was entertaining, I mean, for a show. I liked it.
100%. Yeah, it was, for me, it was just another, I don't want to bitch way more about the TV show, but how the fuck did they manage to make like what it is like 5 episodes, right? 5 or 6, something like that. And like the 4th episode, when sorry for spoilers, but they are shooting dogs, the whole episode was zero added value. The biggest added value at the very start of the show, that was like the best thing in the whole show, like in the 4th episode, was the old grandma that was speaking to the military man, where she talked about the history, and she said, before you, there were many times that young men with guns came here, and they brought only pain and suffering. Brought war, brought famine, brought whatever. And then I thought, this shit is happening again there at this exact moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
So that's it.
What a happy end for a story.
Random.
Motherfucker.
So yeah.
Ben, you grew up like just outside of Vienna, not directly in the city, right?
No. I grew up in Vienna, but my parents bought a house when my sister and I were younger. So on the weekends, I kind of grew up on the countryside, Lower Austria, with forests and shit around.
Did you have like any local places, like obviously not like Pauli's story, but abandoned things and stuff like that you went into when you were a kid and checked out, allegedly?
I have to think about it. I mean, we were making everything unsafe we entered in, but not like Pripyat or Chernobyl. Nothing to that extent. No. Did you have any of that?
Yeah, around my time, when I was younger, there was a lot of mental institutions, and they for some reason that's where they kept like all the like handicapped people and mentally ill patients, and they just like let them out for some reason, and like all these hospitals like started closing everywhere because they didn't have funding from the government to take care of them all, and they were doing like crazy experiments and stuff like that, like inhumane stuff to the patients. So there was one not too far away from us that we used to go to all the time. It was crazy. Like it looked just like a time capsule. Like they would just let everybody out and close the place down. It, like had a big fence around it, and there was guards there forever until the day they tore it down. Just guarding this like abandoned hospital.
That's interesting. How much did the crime rate go up in those times when they let those?
Yeah, I don't know what everybody went into. Just like lived with their family and locked them up in the basement or something. I don't know, because most of these people couldn't work or get jobs and stuff. So I don't know. I don't know where they all went to, but the hospitals were pretty crazy. The one that was near us, it was like the main hospital, and then a whole bunch of like side buildings everywhere, and there was like underground tunnels in between all the buildings and stuff. So we used to go in there like late at night and walk around and check all that stuff out. And you could get like into the morgue, into like rooms where they had those like electrocution chairs, like where they would strap people down into the chairs and shit, and like, all kinds of crazy stuff. And
nice. Yeah. What were the rumors? What they did there?
Like,
I mean, I'm sure
like
there were some rumors.
Tortures and like all kinds of crazy experimental stuff, and like there was even like just patient files, and like I said, it was just like they closed the hospital, sent everybody home, and it stayed that way. So just over the years of people going in and like going through all the shit in the hospital, and like old computers and all the filing systems and paperwork from people that were in there and stuff all over the place. And that was kind of crazy. Yeah. And there was another one similar to like the Prado would be, like this big town that was all year round, like an amusement park, but it was way bigger, called Rocky Point in Rhode Island, that had closed. And we used to go in there at night too. And there was only like a few guards that would drive around. So you could like go climb up the Ferris wheel and go on like all the old rides and shit and the fun houses. And there's lots of like buildings and stuff all around where people who work there like full time would have like this small little cottage or a small little house that they lived in, like the carekeepers and people that took care of the rides and stuff like that. Just crazy, like old, like what's that TV show called, Stranger Things? Like all kinds of crazy stuff like that in this amusement park.
Yeah. That sounds interesting. Yeah. To get drunk in and hurt yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, nice.
Many nights of getting drunk and hiding from the guards driving by until they left, and then you jump back up and go right back at what you were doing.
A buddy of mine, I mean, it's not like abandoned places shit, but a buddy of mine, we were always on those, not the train station, but where they would park those trains, right?
Yeah.
Where there were
the train yards.
Yeah, train yard, exactly. And it was pretty much abandoned. There was nobody there usually. And we were strolling around there. We were always around there. And one time there was a safe laying around. And next to it, there was an acetylene or acetylene oxygen.
Like cutting torches.
Yeah, exactly. And we actually put the cutting torches on, we stupid motherfuckers. Instead of just going away or, I mean, what good could come from that? If there is a safe around and a fucking cutting torch. And we were putting the torch on. We didn't try to cut the safe. We didn't know anything. I mean, we were like 14, 15, something like that. But we made it on. And when it burned, we panicked and ran away.
Left it burning.
Yeah. So stupid. But it was funny.
It's still burning. It's still. Talking about abandoned buildings. There is one close to my small village where I grew up, I think 10 kilometers away, and there is like 4-story biggish building, and I never knew what it was, but then I managed through a lot of Googling find out. Of course there are a lot of myths, but most myths are like there are many stories like below it, right? Yeah. But of course it's covered in water. I tried to go down and just go through stairs and you find water. You don't touch the still water, man. But on top of it, there were some, like satellite dishes, but not the ones that you imagine. Where people are looking at the stars, but they are like always looking up. They are very low profile, but very big in radius. And apparently the building itself, if it was finished and the USSR did not collapse, it would have been used for communicating with Soviet satellites.
Aliens.
Soviet
okay.
satellites, yeah. It's interesting. Yeah, but of course there was nothing there. It was all concrete and rebar that was left.
Yeah, but at least you were able to go inside, right?
Yeah. Oh, of course.
Yeah.
But there was nothing. There was nothing. You could try and climb on top of it, but you need some gear, climbing gear to go there because all of the stairs are broken. But now you cannot visit it because a company bought it and they are making it a like manufacturing facility.
Oh, okay. So the structure is still good.
I hope
Hopefully.
so. I hope so. I have like actually no idea how do you validate such a old building that is still standing, in the elements without any care. How do you say the structure is good?
I mean, those fucking engineers know. I think those, because I would assume similar to when they look if the ground is able to hold up a certain weight of building and stuff like that, they would make some how do you say it, if they drill into the material and check it out and look for cracks and all that. I'm sure an engineer would figure that
Maybe
out if it's still
like
it's still
echoscopy
good.
for beams. You just look at it and no cracks, it's fine.
I mean, how do you do that with old highway bridges and things like that? You would do a similar thing, I assume. But I'm not not an engineer, so I don't know for sure. But I know you can do that. You can evaluate things like that.
We better don't speak about it, because we don't know.
There was a huge project going on in Boston when I was younger. It went on for a really long time, where they like made sections of the highway go underneath the city to try and like relieve some of the traffic in the area. And I can remember going into Boston and like huge skyscrapers right next to the new highway that was just built, like, and like just huge ditches cut down for the highway. They would freeze the ground, and everybody was in the building still working, and like few hundred meters away is like this big gigantic section of earth like being dug out to put it in a highway. It was crazy, just freezing the ground it would hold everything up.
We have interesting buildings in Vienna, those flag towers. Do you know those? No, from the Second World War, where they had a guiding tower where they had they were looking for airplanes, and then they had a firing tower where those artillery guns were up. But those fucking buildings are just, I mean, huge overground bunkers, and the thing is, you can't really efficiently get rid of them if you try to blow them up. And I think they tried with one. You would damage all the civilian buildings around it, and the concrete is just too thick, and they sealed the buildings up, so you can't go in there. But they are very interesting. To the listeners, Google it, flag towers, FLAK. They look very surreal, very brutalistic, interesting, but you can't go in there. But those were buildings that always interested me. I always wanted to go in there. Of course, there's not much in there either. You can look up pictures from inside of it, but just in principle, those buildings look very interesting. And they are so unusual, because which building would ever have 3 meter thick concrete walls?
They just look like really out of place in the city, or?
Pardon me?
Do they just look like really out of place in the city next to all the other buildings?
Of course. Yeah. I mean, one of them is actually used within a military installation, and as far as I know, it's an active command post of the military. But also, if Austria would be attacked, I think it's one of those places our president would and chancellor would, or generally high up politicians would evacuate to. Because those fucking buildings just can't be destroyed. It's. I mean, you could nuke them, but that's about it.
I just looked at those, and they look surreal. They
look
like
they're crazy.
They are like modern brutalist architecture meets like an old school medieval kind of round tower where they put ballistas on top of it. I think if Karol Karish comes to Vienna, there is a 99% chance that you will find him around one of those.
he knows them for sure, because he likes that kind of architecture, and he could actually go inside of one, because one is for is repurposed to house a maritime zoo, quote unquote. I don't know how you would call that, but it's filled up with aquariums. And the reason for why is because those ceilings and floors can hold so much weight. So they have a zoo in there. You can walk through it and look at all the maritime life and all that. And on top is a restaurant. Yeah, it's interesting.
They look, I mean, they look super out of place inside the city.
Yeah,
They're
of
like,
course.
Yeah.
And they are a constant
yeah.
reminder of the Nazi regime. So it's a bit, yeah, and a bit a kick in the nuts.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, they're like big round towers. There's a few square ones, but it looks like you can see like where all the turrets with the guns would be mounted all around them.
There are the round ones that are the bigger ones that housed the guns, and then there are rectangular ones that are a bit smaller, and they had the visuals. And they it was an interesting system because in Vienna there are 6 put up in a triangle, and they were able to triangulate the airplanes that way. I mean, they didn't build them stupidly, and they put them in on strategic places in Vienna to defend, not as much the city and the citizens, of course. I think mainly to defend industry and, weapons manufacturing and whatever, military installations and things like that. But yeah, still, technically it's very interesting, in my opinion.
Engineers,
Yep.
man, engineers. 6 in a triangle. Brilliant. Yeah. Throughout the city. Yeah. Vienna, the city of the concrete triangle.
Did you see them when you visited Vienna? Did you see one of those?
I remember Leberkäse. I saw a lot of that.
That's pretty massive as well.
Leberkäse Pepe.
Leberkäse Pepe, yeah, it was pretty good. I remember the horse shit smell, the Cafe Central, but I did not see those because, I was driving in a new city and you don't... Of course, it is insane to miss this one because they look so out of place, but I don't remember seeing those.
If you would have been close, you would have seen it. But
100%.
Probably you just randomly didn't pass it.
Most probably, yeah. I think we stayed at in a pretty small area inside of it, just walking distance to everywhere.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just saw some main things, but so sad now that I missed it. But this year, on October 20-something, Independence Day of Austria, hopefully I will see more.
Book your hotels, guys, before they all fill up and you have to walk or drive really far to the show.
It will be in a different place, so maybe a new hotel, a new place. I don't know. We'll see.
I booked the very first day it was possible. Just out of fear that everyone would take my room away.
Responsible. Like the last year, everybody's like, it will be booked out. A shit ton of Booking.com and Airbnb options were still available. It's fine.
Let's see, motherfucker. We will see.
I will sleep in my car. Or next to my table. There's people waking me up.
Under the table.
Hey, Paulus, I wanna buy some knives. Okay. Sorry, fucking Trollski. We drink. Took it too far.
You've been near to Trollski's booth, right?
No. He was in the next room, in the smelly room, where they had the Polish ghetto. And I was in the very first room. A good spot in the cool kids corner. I was near Keith. Right in front of me was Albert with his beautiful wife, and there were Galovic was next to me. So it was a top spot to be in. So yeah, way better than the smelly room.
Fuck you. I hate you.
No. I just say it because I was jealous, because I had to go to the next room to talk with my friends also. So
The second room was cooler. That's a fact, but it was smelly. You're right, and it was hot.
You had that Polish ghetto there, the farty drink, Then the Austrians start sweating, and no ventilation.
It was so hot in there.
Yeah, it was extremely. It's like walking into a sauna. When you cross the door, there is like this. You walk into a sauna. Yeah. It's like the blast of heat and farts.
It was really like that. And it really started right at the door. You thought in the hallway you thought, okay, it isn't that bad, because if it was bad, it would already be hot in the hallway. But it wasn't. Hallway was cool, and once you entered, bam, heat and smell.
Right into your
Yeah.
face. Yeah. And it's so funny. And I love this detail so much because it happened, I think it was a school, right?
Mhm.
Where it was happening. And I think this is so cool and so great, such a thing to remember, because it's so sketchy,
To fill
You
the
are
school with
standing-
knives.
Yes, you are standing in a hall, and the hall looks like a hall. And you're like, I'm selling knives, I see my buddies. And then if you want to go to the next room, you need to go through a school, walkway.
Yeah.
And it's like, you can see some paintings from children on the walls. It's like, what the fuck is going on?
But this year's show will look very professional with the proper entertainment hall, or how you ever would call that.
And I think this is kind of separates the real man who came in the first year, who remembered the school years, and the people who got in the next year, the second year, all the fancy pants.
You just aged us a lot. Like we will be the old man.
It was last year.
Yeah, but regardless, we will be the old man who were there the first time.
Yeah. Oh, you don't remember the shit that I've seen. You wasn't there. I was sweating like a pig.
Oh. Did you get a confirmation already, you guys? Either of the two?
Yeah.
Yeah, shoot. A long way. It was in one of the first waves.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. Perfect.
yeah.
I got the Solingen confirmation too already. Pauli, did you get yours from Solingen?
Boo. I'm not going there.
Oh, come on.
Why not, Pauli?
I have some. Not
He
again.
hates money.
We spent like an hour and a half talking with Keith after a show. He was like trying to persuade me, like, you need to come there. You will do great. It will be a fucking amazing show. And I'm like, no, I did not plan it to come. And I have, how to say it by not saying things that I should not say on the show. But
When did that ever stop you?
hey, yo, don't tempt me. Don't tempt me. Hey, Albert will bleep it out. Definitely not. But I have work planned and development planned for things in that period, and I cannot stretch making a big batch of knives and then taking a week going in there. And it will take more than a week, because 100% I will go to Mershad's place too. So no.
I respect it a lot, your decision, and I think if you're doing good without shows, the show should be like almost entertainment for you or fun for you. But other than that, it has if it doesn't have a financial incentive and you can't afford it, then don't go. I sometimes feel like people feel obligated to go to shows, and I mean,
I should start a GoFundMe. A Kickstarter where knife makers could, just fucking donate me, or they would start a contesting GoFundMe. We are collecting money for Baltic Blades not to come to the show. Smart move. We are tired of his shit. Yeah, we have enough of him in one show in a year, and also every week on this podcast. It's enough.
It's fine.
I would donate
fine.
€5 to both causes.
Very diplomatic. Very, very.
I think you should feel obligated. Come to the shows, support your local material suppliers. It's a great way to see all the new stuff.
They are only local if I come to the show.
Exactly. So they're always local.
Exactly. They're always local.
But how many kilometers away is local for you, Paul?
Oh my God.
Here we go.
Yeah.
I was just messing with you. Don't answer that
No,
question.
answer. I want to know.
That was Albert.
I want to know Pauli's answer.
Local. I would say something longer than a 5-hour drive is not local.
That's way past.
Okay, wait a second. Drive with what? Horseback or like
car? Not the
Tesla.
bike. I'm not Keith. With the car. If I go to Central Europe Knife Exhibition in Warsaw, which is like around between 5 and 6 hours drive, then the drive is not that bad, but I don't consider it local. But anything under that, I would consider it definitely local.
Yeah.
But there is nothing happening here. Only war, only probable war, like 5 to 6 hours of drive. So
very uplifting.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. You shouldn't feel bad for the people who are feeling bad. Let them feel bad. It's fine. It doesn't matter. The people are outrageous these days. They are like, you should. They are defending something that they are thousands of kilometers away, and they are not doing an actual cause about it. So kind of goes under my skin. Just calm down. Find a purpose in your life. Don't start knife making. This is already taken. I don't need any more competitors.
Do you guys actually know people who had to shut their business down? Because there's a lot of talk about that, and I don't know that I know anyone personally. And I wonder how, quote unquote, real it is, how prevalent.
Who's talking about it?
I think KTP talked about it a bit, that people are shutting their businesses down.
Yeah, I think that's more in the US. Yeah. Just because of the tariffs and everybody's scared. It's going to change. Every time a new president comes in, they reverse everything the last president did. So just hang in there for a little bit.
But you know people who had to shut their business down? Or
I don't know.
I know only one, I think, Balisong maker, but he's from the US and it was not his main business. But look, KTP has been talking about this for years. Did you look at the Facebook marketplace? There are so many grinders being sold and people are blah, 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 blah. I don't think that this only touches hobby makers who go into a hobby, they try it, they don't like it, or maybe they like it, but they don't have any time for it, and they sell all the shit. And it is fine. This is the cycle of life, just buy then fishing rods or whatever, or skates, or I don't know, motorcycles. And yeah, it's fine. From what I know from close businessmen and people, the tariffs on the EU side really put a dent into some manufacturers' business models. But, you never put all your eggs in one basket, and you will find ways to earn more money or just focus on the local market, meaning EU,
So the local market just extended to the EU borders.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Gotcha.
This is what I wanted to say. Yeah. It's on the same continent, on the same old-ass continent that is the main actor in all of the history, at least.
Oh, motherfucker. You're getting some people angry now.
This is what I'm here for. So if you don't like it, write to Keith. Say Pauli is unbearable. He talks nonsense.
Abrasive.
And the next show, corrosive, abrasive. When I'm listening to High Carbon, my knives start to rust. And, if he gets enough mails, DMs, I might do another apology.
If Pauli...
That's Baltic Blades, all one word, at Instagram.com.
If you write to me, you won't write to me. I am not afraid. Nah, it's fine. You won't write to me. I'm so shy. Yeah. We can talk bullshit, First, send me a funny reel, then you can talk shit to me. If it is funny reel, I will respond. If it's not funny and you're just complaining to me, I'm like, I will not block you. I'm not that kind of guy. But,
Speaking of funny reels, I don't know if everybody else in the US and around other countries is aware, but there's a war going on right now. I don't know if you know that. The Instagram meme war.
Oh, meme war.
If you guys have been
thinking about Venezuela. Jesus Christ.
This little meme page is popping up all over the place.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So there's some really good memes.
Yeah.
Really good memes, but my feeling is that I saw one page pop up, make some very fun content, and then the page is silent for 2 weeks.
Is it that chocolate starfish? Whatever it was.
Something yeah. And he was posting, and he's off the horse. I don't know.
Can you send me the link?
Maybe I don't know the guy. Maybe he's on vacation, I guess. I don't know. I'm just guessing. He's not posting anything. But the Britney Spears page is now picking up, and they are posting some really good memes.
They had some hot take thing on Forge
I
Works.
think that's the wife from Trehill. No, I'm
It's Britney Spears.
Look,
It's
no,
Britney
come on,
Spears.
you know who it is.
what? Who is it?
You don't know who it is yet. Come on.
Yeah, I know it.
It's time to get back from vacation. Start working again. You'll figure it out quick.
It's so easy. Just connect the dots, Mr. Logic Man.
No, maybe. Yeah, I have to catch up with so much things after 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, you did not see it. The page did story posts.
I didn't see anything. I saw that I was tagged constantly, and I consciously didn't click on it because then people know you're alive, and then they will write you, and then they will suck you in. And I didn't go in. I didn't go in at all. What happened? Tell me. It's funnier when you tell me on the episode.
Keith, fill him in.
What happened?
Yeah, I don't know. Tell me.
I don't know what Paul is referring to. What happened?
You tell me.
A lot of stuff happened.
Did Martin
Well,
actually make the
it's
YouTube
fine.
video already? Because he said he makes a YouTube video about those memes and all that.
Maybe. I don't know. I did not watch a lot of YouTube. In the
Okay,
recent
you
few
are
days. I was trying to
uninvited
get
from the
back into
show.
work.
Congratulations.
No, guys, please, it's my only show that year. I'm so excited. I will come into the show as a visitor. I will bring a Leberkäse with a Kaiser bun, and I will get my greasy fingers all over your knives. You would not believe it. And a little bit of cheese. Yeah. You'll see how you like it, you know? You will see it. Don't try and bind me. I will come either way.
What?
Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's the show. It's starting to get crazy.
It's done. It's fine. Okay. So sorry, guys. Sorry for everybody who was listening to this. This was the High Carbon Podcast. Thanks for coming in. Your weekly dose of bullshit. I promise to be calmer next week, and you will get some high quality content. Also, remember our beautiful sponsor, Baltazar from minihell.eu, and use Carbon 5 at checkout to save 5%. And this is it. Tschüss, auf Wiedersehen. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Psych! Son of a bitch! Pauli out.